Raw Conversation has been rated adult by Dripping in Black Productions. Mature audiences only.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leah. I am a mother, I'm a wife, as well as an attorney. I've been practicing law for about 17 years now, and right now I'm an advisor for a government agency. Born and raised in Detroit, West Side, I attended Cass Tech High School, Eastern Michigan University, and the University of Detroit Mercy School of Law. I love adventure. I love cruises, parasailing. I did some skydiving. I just really like to live an adventurous life. And my newest adventure right now is Raw Conversation, and I'm happy to be here.
What's up, everybody? Kente Rosser, aka Ross the Boss, among many other things. I am first and foremost a father, a lifelong educator, been in the educational profession for 16, 17 years now. I love having a positive impact in my community. I love helping people. I love building. I love positive energy. Born and raised in the city of Detroit, proud graduate of Cass Technical High School. I think that deserves a round of applause. Proud graduate of Wayne State University, undergrad and grad school. And again, I'm just happy to be here to do this podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Jay. Happy to be here to be able to connect with my community. I started out in education. Now I'm a mental health therapist. I also, do some work with nonprofits. I'm just out here, trying to be a blessing to others and also allow others to be a blessing to myself. So welcome to the Raw Conversation.
Yo, what's up? It's Key Brooks. I'm a real estate broker, entrepreneur, sex symbol, ladies man, and all that good stuff. And I'm from the east side of Detroit, so I survived the street. I'm a father of one daughter. She just turned 15. She's giving me a little hell right now. Y'all know how teenagers be, but I'm here to give y'all some raw conversation. I want to share my abstract thoughts with y'all, so just vibe with us and enjoy the moment.
Welcome to Raw Conversation, a podcast for the smart, sexy, and grown. Now, here are your hosts.
Hey everyone, welcome to Raw Conversation. Happy that you have joined us to hear what's going on. My name is Jay. Happy to be here with my crew and what's going on out there. How y'all feeling? What's going on?
We good. I'm good today.
That's great.
How you know we good? How you know we good?
I'm sorry. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
No, I'm
Okay.
talking.
I'm pro now.
No, I'm doing pretty good. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see y'all, team.
Okay, well, let's go right into off the top. What's going on? Give me something off the top of your head.
Boom, I got it. So look, last week, during my little daily, save the world spiel, I found a kitten. I was at my parents' crib. I don't know if y'all seen it on my Facebook. I posted it, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was a baby kitten outside my parents' door. My dad picked it up with the shovel and moved it closer to the curb. I'm like,
the
Dad,
shovel.
we gonna kill the kitten, yeah. So I seen the kitten, it was balled up, and it was one of those days, it was like 150 million degrees. But I actually rescued the cat. I took it to an anti-cruelty vet, and I was happy. I wanted to keep it, but cat scratch your shit up, so I was okay.
You know what, Key? You don't get enough credit, man. That act of kindness right there, bro, man.
That was beautiful.
You don't get enough credit, man. I'm gonna say that right there.
I appreciate
and he
that,
said
man.
anti-cruelty. Look at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saving the kittens.
You out here
Saving the cats.
Bro. That's good.
I
don't have anything that good. In fact, man, I don't even want to say mine might be a downer, man. My thing is check on your people. Short while ago, I had a good friend of mine, childhood friend of mine, passed away. So that's not a good feeling. This is the person grew up with, elementary, middle school, neighborhood friends. So check on your people. Make sure you stay in contact. If you're thinking about calling somebody, call somebody. Let them know that you're thinking about them, man. That's just it. Real simple. Check on your people. Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Well, I'll go. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead, Leah.
I was just gonna say I can't stress enough the importance of mental health days. I took one today and I feel so good. I just sat home. My son is back in school. Hallelujah. I had the house to myself for the first time in a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
took the day off and I ate breakfast in bed. I took a nap. I sat on the patio and read. Took a long walk. I just had just an awesome day. And I'm like, I really needed it because I've been so drained with everything from full-time worker, full-time mother, and full-time everything else. And it's just like, you just need that break. So sometimes, even if you feel like you can't take it, you should take it. It's important.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you don't take one, you're gonna have to take one.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've just watching the news. There's been a lot going on domestically and abroad. It's just a lot of different things going on. So yeah, I agree. Mental Health Day, check on your peeps, and whenever you can do an act of kindness, do it. So I kind of just took all your three and made it my.
I see what you did there.
I like it.
Kind of rolled it all into one. That was a nice little recap. Accurate too, because you hit it on the head. Everything that we said. So I think we're gonna go ahead, get right into it today. First of all, to our viewers, to our subscribers, we thank you. We're loving the feedback we've been getting. Whenever you see this on whatever platform, hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop us something in the chat, hit a comment, all of the above, and let us know what you think of what we're doing. We do this for you. We hope that you enjoy the content. And so far as I can tell, you are enjoying the content. So again, we thank you. Follow us on all platforms at The Raw Convo. Raw conversation is what we bring. So as you all know, because you've seen us now for a little while, we have very little idea of where the topic will go, what the topic will be. We have like a rough draft, if you will, schematic of what the topic is going to be, but our producers drop these subtopics in the chat, and that is what keeps the conversation going. So today, I think what we're talking about are relationships and privacy in relationships, personal privacy. So, all right, they just gave us one. So when I say relationships,
hold on, just 1 second.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm like, every single episode when you're doing that,
yeah,
you throw a big word out there. So today's word was schematic. Is that how you said it?
Yeah.
That shit needs to just pop across the screen.
Yeah.
Word of the day. Schematic.
Word
of the day.
We gotta talk to the producers because they should be able to do that in real time. If it's a word that we get you, whoop, just pop it across the screen right now.
Every episode.
Yeah,
every episode you throw it out there.
Yeah, maybe that's something that could be done post-production. We gotta talk to them. They gotta,
I like it.
That's a good idea.
That's cool. That's creative.
So yeah, relationships. So, and personal privacy. When I say relationships and social media, you say, what are your thoughts?
Block.
Don't
hit
do
the
it.
block button to block you.
Don't do it.
What you expound a little bit, Lee? What you mean don't do it?
I've heard from, I'm on social media. My husband is not. And I've heard from several people that they don't like being on social media with their spouses, or if they are, they're not friends.
Okay.
If he was on social media, I would want to be his friend, but I think it kind of, I don't have anything to hide, but I think it can cause confusion just, because people comment certain things or may like a certain thing and they looking like, well, why this person always liking you and why, so it kind of could be confusing.
I think that if there are a couple of things I'm thinking, like if there are already concerns, then being on social media is going to probably make it worse. Like if there's issues with, like wanting, you feel like you need to check up on your person, then having a whole nother thing to check up on, like Instagram or Facebook, that's the thing. And then, you can get lost in the weeds, like, hey, this person liked this picture, you go to that page and all of that. And then, you create this story in your head. However, I feel like if you're in a healthy relationship, then yeah, we should be able to be Facebook friends, Instagram friends, like whatever. I think it's really like the relationship itself,
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. I mean, I think it can go either way. It just really
Yeah.
depends on your relationship. I don't see a problem with it, but I can understand why people decide not to be friends on social media with their mates.
I've been friends with women that I've encountered. It's all good when it's all good. You know,
Right.
it's all
We
good when
need
it's
Key's
all good.
word of the day, encountered. That's kind of like
Yeah.
entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
What
know,
do you
women
mean
that
by
I've encountered.
encountered? No.
But I don't really, so if y'all follow me on social media, I may put something out there, but I don't really interact with people too much. It's all you probably get out of me is a thank you or something, but I usually stir the pot. I don't try to give too much attention to one person because I feel like that right there, it'll create an issue in a relationship. It's like, why this girl always commenting and why you responding back so much? So I usually just try to keep it cool and don't respond to many people at all.
Yeah, all of these are good points. And I don't know if there is a rule book or handbook for social media and relationships. I think it's on a couple by couple basis.
Absolutely.
Whatever the two individuals feel most comfortable with. I can say I do think that the social media aspect of relationship is something that I've matured to. In the past, ladies I've dated or been in a relationship with, there wasn't much, or if any, social media presence. I felt that it was protecting my privacy, and probably they felt that as well. But now in my relationship, we are friends on social media. We do comment on each other's posts. I don't think that there's any abundance of hearts or likes or anything like that that would be alarming. So I'm not quite sure how that's calculated or tabulated, and I don't think I haven't noticed anything like that on any of her posts either. But
it's all about intentions.
And it's also like what you put on social media, your persona, or how you're perceived. Me, I talk a lot of shit on social media, and I post for women and all of that because I'm a ladies' man. But I post all of those things to get that type of attention. So that's why I said I don't really do the interacting too much because I just kind of put it out there for shits and giggles.
Yeah. So like if your intentions are kind of like Key, yours is more not about you as a person, but more just kind of like a social media presence.
Yeah.
And but then if someone else, it's just all intentions. And so what I was thinking is like I know some people, like their social media presence is totally different than who they are in person. It's just like, wow, it's like and also just privacy in general. I think it is more, for me, if I'm meeting anyone, business, personal, whatever, I'll give my phone number out before my social media information because it shares so much. Like a Facebook.
I don't think you have to get your social media information out for somebody to get it. And I think that even if your page is private,
there's settings, because mine, with me being education, also counseling, like I have really strict settings.
Yeah.
I don't want people finding me.
I think social media makes us all a lot more accessible than we used to be. Like you can think about somebody you used to go to school with. Oh, I wonder how so-and-so doing. If you got the personal last name, you can plug it in and you have some insight as to where they are, even if it's, where they are, if they still alive, you have some insight as to that. Whereas back in the day, you had to have that person's contact information or their home number to call to see, it's still their number to see if you could get in contact with them. But I think social media makes us all a lot more accessible. So they're giving us another prompt. I don't think we have to go to that one. I'm just going to read it and we can kind of toggle between the two. So the next prompt is, should a person feel obligated to share their relationship status on social media? So keyword.
Hell no.
Obligated.
Hell no. No, you shouldn't feel obligated. That's too much pressure. And I feel like
pressure from who?
It adds pressure to the relationship. So it's pressure.
Why though? Why is it pressure for people to know publicly That's
Jay
going
ain't
into
even
the
letting you finish.
Let me
relationship.
tell you.
She not even
I'm
letting
just
you
trying
finish.
to break it down
Right.
before he go
Yeah.
all the way there.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Did he? You made him
No,
leave. No.
Yeah.
my bad. So I got my do not disturb on, but like those favorite calls come through. But no, Jay,
Yeah.
it's the pressure from whoever wants that to happen. Like, oh, share me on social media. Because what it does is put the person that may not feel that way in the hot seat, but now I gotta do it. Or here's the
so
thing
this-
too. What if we beef it in real life? I don't want to post you and like, oh, like we all goody good on social media. And I don't want all these emails in my business are hitting you up and all, like I don't want that.
But we
You know what I
talking
mean?
about, we're not saying you gotta post what's going on, whether you're single, in a relationship, married. That's the status, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
but I don't gotta tag your
Oh,
picture.
you're talking
I don't
about the
gotta have your
status?
name. Like, she
That's
don't
what I
want that.
thought.
Nah,
Oh, okay.
nah,
Jay-
nah. I
Jay
didn't
not
take
talking
this-
about that.
I didn't
Oh,
take
okay.
this as that, so I took it the
Okay.
same
No,
way
I
Jay
think
took
it's like post
Yeah.
your person.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
I remember a person on their page would show their mate. Well, I heard this from somebody. And this person would always like scribble out the face. It's like you gotta go through all of that. It was like blur out the face because you know what a
I got
person.
one for
But
you.
hold on. But wait. Let me say what I have to say. I think that it boils down to like how healthy is your relationship or how real are y'all, how open are you? Because if someone's concerned about somebody hitting something up, I mean, one person may be in it more than the other. But if I will say this, if one is not really serious about the relationship, if they're, not trying to, they're still trying to keep the door open for possibilities, then do not
Why I gotta
post
be
your,
that?
do
Why I
not
gotta be
post
that,
your,
Jay?
don't post your significant other on the screen if you're not ready for people to know. Because if your
Why?
concern is going,
My thing is this: before social media, people were in happy relationships, regardless of being seen. You know what I mean? You pull out a Polaroid in your photo album, and it was all good. So now, social media should not be validation for the relationship.
but in the 30s,
It was-
somebody could have a whole other family just on the other side of town because
Yeah.
people really didn't move around.
It was
I
all
mean-
good for that frozen moment in time, for that Polaroid, and not necessarily good overall. Back in the day, relationships had problems. They didn't just
Mhm.
start having problems when social media came around. So I do think, though, it is important. I've heard it phrased this way. Here's how I've heard it characterized. Social media should know that I'm in a relationship, but they don't need to know every detail about my relationship. So
For
keeping
sure.
your relationship private is not the same as keeping your relationship a secret.
Exactly.
So, you don't have to post everything, and a lot of that is not legit. A lot of these pictures you see
Yeah.
posted, every single moment is happy. Everybody know, anybody that's been in a relationship knows
You
that
know-
not every single moment is happy,
Happy.
but I don't
It's
think
fake. A lot
Yeah.
of times social media is fake. Back in the day, you would go to Meijer, you would take a picture on a camera.
Meijer?
You would have to wait like 2
Meijer?
weeks to go to Meijer. Listen where I'm going. You would have to wait 2 weeks and go to Meijer, find your, in ABC order your last name, get your picture, right? It wasn't instant posting. Now people are taking 20 pictures. Myself, if any of my, people that know me are watching this, is like, I'm talking about myself. You take like 20 pictures or whatever, maybe not that much, but until it's like you're putting your best foot forward as a person and also as a relationship. And a lot of times it is fake. So again, I mean, I guess I think it all just depends on the couple. But if you're trying to keep it a secret, I guess that's my problem.
Yeah.
If y'all just want privacy, for sure, both on the same page. But if one person in that relationship is wanting to keep it a secret, I think there's
It ain't even that though. Let me do this for all the players out there. See, the real issue is
see the
What if-
players.
Players.
no.
You
But
hit it
no,
on the
seriously
head.
No, here's
Mhm.
the thing though. What if we break
What
up?
is that?
I done posted all of these holiday pictures and videos of us, and we break
You
up.
just take them off.
Take
No,
like
them
you
off,
everybody
take
but
them
move
off.
on.
Get the new boo, because I'm gonna tell you who it look bad for. Women, y'all go through man after man because it's easier for y'all. Y'all looking for love. Men ain't gonna really post a chick every single time we get in a
I
relationship.
know a
We
lot
gonna
of
learn.
females, including myself, that don't post. I know
But
a
I
lot
know
of
a
people.
lot.
Whoa! What are you? Whoa!
So
Hey, hold on.
what up? Yeah, I know. I
Get
just
it.
contradicted
Hold
myself.
on.
What
That
I'm
is
saying is,
contrary.
I just,
That is
I'm not.
contrary. I can't
I'm
wait.
talking
Go ahead.
about
Go ahead. I
when
can't wait.
I'm talking about like when you're in a monogamous, serious relationship. I'm not talking if you're like dating somebody. That's what I'm saying. Like posting someone and you're just like casually
Kicking
dating.
it, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
I don't think that cleans it up, Jay, because that's kind of contrary to everything.
No, she's saying she don't post
that's
any
what-
whole body, not
Here go
not
Leah.
when on the
No,
dating
that's
pool.
Leah.
no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I shoot fire, so y'all shoot fire at me. But that's what I mean to clarify.
Okay.
You know, like not. I
Only
would
your
say
serious
this.
one. Yeah.
You want me to post you, gotta put a ring on it. Which hand? Put a ring on it. I'll post you all day long, you know. But until then, I'm not really
like.
So you saying the woman
Oh,
got to put
until
a ring?
it's
That's a
official.
whole nother subject.
Yeah, I'm saying until I didn't that before. You know what I mean?
Until
I'm
you
like,
official.
and then like when it goes bad and they don't see the person no more, now you got all these questions. What's such and such? You know what I mean? And when you move, because I try to be a lot more private. So I date a girl, we break up, I date a new girl, and I posted the last girl, so people asking me about
Well,
the last girl.
it's not the
it's pissing my
social
new
media
girl off.
thing. It's why there's so many breakups. That's the.
But Key, you can't.
It's not the social media.
But the thing is, though, in a relationship, you can't really play defense like that. So if you are in a relationship, you can't really contemplate what if. So you can't say, I don't want to post this picture because what if we break up and then I have to take it down. So when you enjoying the moment, you really should
Instagram,
you should
like
be
in the
thinking
moment.
about the what if of what do I do in the event that we break up or have to take this down, or what damage control might I have to do.
That's me. That's how I function.
Yeah.
I'm all even if I get married or when I'm signing a prenup. Like it's I always think like that. I think it's just me being in business or always thinking like what's the end result? I try to look at everything. Yeah, I try to look at every way that this could go bad.
Your social media page is more like a business page for you. Like that's what it sounds like. It's more of like
my social media is just my way of staying connected with people and just exuding portions of my personality, networking. I use it for a multitude of things.
Well, so I can see why you may not. It's more networking, so it's kind of like you're a brand.
Yeah,
no, that's what LinkedIn for.
And so it's a bad look if you have all these different looks.
That's a bad look on LinkedIn. That's a bad look on LinkedIn. On Facebook or
hey, Jay had my back though, Jay. I appreciate it.
So something was said a second ago, and it got me to thinking. I don't know I think there's a big difference between privacy and secrecy.
Secrecy.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what it boils down to. And I'm a private person. So every detail of my life, every detail of my relationship, I don't want to be made public. Right. But I don't have any problem with, on my social media, letting it be known that I am in a relationship. Now, I will say it wasn't always that way. In fact, up until this relationship, there wasn't much social media presence for me and whomever I was dating or in a relationship with. It was just my philosophy at the time. So that's just kind of. But I respect an individual's or a couple's decision. If they feel it's not best for them to post, because there can be. I think we all can agree, there are some people who are more attracted to you when they see that someone else is attracted to you.
Absolutely.
So,
that's my life. That's what I'm. The moment I post that I'm in a relationship, it's gonna be like a bunch of women gonna be passing out mad. I'm gonna get all these text messages like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you picked her over me," and we can go to the next set.
Oh wow! That's a lot.
The next one said
you might want to do damage control, kind of like merge it in there.
Yeah, you might want to get out in front of that one, Key. The next prompt says, "This is for you, Key. Has a social media post gotten you or someone you know into a major dispute with your or their significant other? So
Every
social
day.
media got you caught up, basically.
What? Every day. Like popularity? It's a mother, you know what I mean? Like popularity will have you messed up on and off social media. And I feel like I'm a pretty known figure in Detroit. Those conflicts or these women collide and it's social media can get
It's
sticky
problem.
for sure. Yeah, now I don't really have like drama between women, but I have had women approach another one like, oh, you know Key, and you know they have a good conversation, but
Oh my gosh, that's the whole like, what's that? The Players Club that came out back in the day when they were all at the party.
Oh, you talking about how to be a player?
How to be a player, yeah.
How to be a player, yeah. So
before social media, one thing that is that what I think about when you ask that is the choice on whether or not you want to call somebody back, or maybe you just don't feel like talking, what have you, but you all are friends on social media and they see, oh, you just posted, or oh, you just liked a picture, or you know, so it does intrude in your personal life. And sometimes you may not want to talk to someone, not because of them, but you just may not be whatever. And someone should have the right, you know, to be able not to speak to someone if, you know, in that, you know, if they just want to relax or whatever. But it does kind of, you have less privacy, you know, so that's something that comes to mind for me.
You know what I'm thinking right now, Jay? I feel like you're saying everything that I want to say, but you're cleaning it up. I feel like we got the same problems.
That's
you just making yours.
No, I'm not saying it's my problem. I'm just saying that's something because I have been on the other end. Like, this person just posted.
I ain't the only player on here, you know.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Keith. I think this is one of them game recognized game type of situations. They are articulating some of the same exact points that you're making. And then she trying to act like it doesn't apply to her. It's
when I speak, and talking about privacy, like just in full transparency, when I speak on here, I'm not always speaking from my perspective. I'm speaking about just in general. Oftentimes.
Let me put that disclaimer
very much so.
And you know what? Let's let our let's let our viewers weigh in on that one. That is a good one to hit us up on. So when you leaving us a message, let us know if you feel that when Jay is referencing someone she knows, if she's referencing herself. Because there's a lot of commonality between what she said and what Key said. Key, you hit the nail on the head.
Oh my gosh, no.
I want to get the same disclaimer that Jay, ladies, listen, I'm just
being truly honest though. I don't know what Key is doing, but I'm being truly honest.
He's doing the same thing you doing. That's what it's
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Hey, so
I'm gonna get them off you. Jay. I'm gonna get them off you.
Pivot.
All right, but
they're moving us along. It says,
let's move along.
What do you value more in a relationship? Transparency or privacy? That's a good one. What do you value?
Transparency.
Yeah.
Transparency.
Yeah.
Transparency.
Just being authentic.
Both. I want privacy, but I want you to give me transparency. I'm gonna give I want to give you what I give you, but you know what I mean? I want to be private, give you the transparency that I want to give you, but I want you to give me 110% transparency and openness to me.
What are you asking?
Tell me
leverage. I want leverage in the relationship. I want the leverage.
Tell me what we mean between privacy and secrecy, because I think there's a healthy sense of privacy that every person needs.
Yeah.
Well,
secrecy is when I think of secrecy, it's like keeping something from someone that if they knew about it, they would be upset. It somehow involves them. There's a lack of trust.
That's a relationship with a woman.
So that's secrecy. Privacy is healthier boundaries, like having some healthy boundaries. Like if trust is there, then if somebody wants to go to a bachelorette party or a bachelor party with their friend,
Go ahead.
There-
I'm sorry.
No, if trust is there, then you trust this person that you're not
let me-
tripping if they go to a bachelorette party or if they go to a bachelor party. If trust is there, you get what I'm saying?
I get
So-
you, Jay. I get you. They
I feel-
ganging up on you. I get you, girl.
I feel like this.
Secrecy sounds like mischievous.
Yeah, you're
I'm a-
trying to hide
Look.
something
Privacy is
that
just
you
who
don't
that
want
person
me to
is.
know.
Like, some people
That's-
can be a private person.
Women don't
just
allow
private.
men to be private. Women do not allow men privacy. Anything that we keep from you was deliberately done and it's a secret. That's how now women want their privacy all day long. You know what I mean? But a man, y'all gotta take y'all want the passcode to the phone, the car keys, the
Right.
house keys. It ain't I've never heard a woman say, oh, it's okay to be private, babe. It's always a secret. Why you didn't tell me? Why you omit?
What you thinking
Real life.
about?
Yes.
What you thinking?
What you thinking about? Thank you.
Yeah, I need
can't
to know
even
what you're
think.
thinking because you look in a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Oh,
But no, I really think I think you do need a healthy dose of privacy. Don't get me wrong. I
Okay.
mean, I can't know your every thought. I can't know your every move. But you have to be transparent with me. I mean, I'm married. So, I mean, there's little that I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming, but if I ask something, I'll get an answer. I'm not looking through phones. I'm not saying, where you go. I mean, just out of courtesy, he's telling me I'm going here and vice versa. Hey, I'm going to see so-and-so. Everything good here? Do I need to handle anything before I leave? So I think there's a difference between privacy, permission, because some people you gotta ask permission to do certain things. It's just, to me, it's just courtesy. If I ask him a question, he'll tell me. It's not me getting in his business. If I say, I'm not trying to look through his phone, but if I pick up his phone and say I need to use it, it ain't no, what you doing with my phone? It's just, you can that
So-
kind of stuff, there is a level of privacy, but yet, if I need to know something, I'm gonna ask and I expect you to tell me.
Here's the thing with that though, because I feel you and I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying. But when maybe in my world, if you ask me a question, where you going? And I say, I'm going to Ross the boss house. I don't want a follow-up question. Like, oh, why you going there? You know what I mean? And that's usually how it goes. Like, it's never just, you didn't take my word for it. It's always some suspicions behind
Okay,
it.
Key, I have a question. And
What
this could be for you or just in general, anybody. If somebody,
Okay.
and the producer said, I keep on saying healthy relationship. If it's like legit, a healthy relationship, there's like established boundaries, there's the transparency there, it's going good. Would you have a different perspective about things? Because it's like, if it's like this, the girl or the guy is genuine, like 100.
Mm-hmm. I think it's always easy, genuine, and 100 until those emotions get involved. And typically, when a woman starts thinking off those emotions, it ain't just as easy and genuine.
See,
no
but
more.
you're taking her from it being a solid relationship because now you're saying the emotions and stuff. I mean, emotions will always be there.
I think relationships are A1. I think they're great. I think you can be as transparent as you want. That's why I'm a big advocate on giving people the truth that they can handle. Because I'm gonna tell you everything about me, you're gonna listen to me. But the moment you start using my truths against me is the moment I start omitting and stop giving you the transparency that you said that you can handle, but you can't. Like, a lot of people can't handle the truth. And I realize that when women deal with me, I mean, I come with a lot of women in my sphere. You know what I mean? I keep women around. That right there is all good because I feel like women like, oh, I can change them. I want them, blah, blah, blah. Until now, those emotions have gotten involved, and it's a problem that everything that you liked about me, it's an issue now. So I don't ever see it being.
So Key, is your issue with a woman asking too many questions? So say, for instance, going back to what you said, I'm going over Ross the boss house, and she says, what you going over there for? Now, I mean, I can, depending on how she says it, what you going over there for could be like, so what y'all got going on? What's going on? You have a problem with telling, oh, we gonna hang out, or we just going to the cigar bar, or whatever. That's a problem.
What you said was a good point. It's the tone. It's the tone. It's how it's asked. Oh, what y'all doing today? That's way simple than, why you going over there? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
the
no, I
tone
get
that's
that.
gonna make me that's gonna be like, okay, why you ask me if you're gonna use a tone that insinuates you don't believe me? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm a person, I'm an Aquarius, by the way, everybody out there, I don't know if I ever said it. I'm an Aquarius, I'm naturally detached, period. Like I need my personal space and I don't want to see you every day. I don't, even if we're married, go to your room, go to your house. So you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be around you every day. You know what I mean? So I swear, I commend Leah. Like Leah, like I'm married for such and such years. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. In the same house.
I mean, but you
I
know, in
can't
the
do it.
beginning, I will say my husband is a very private person. Hence, he's not on social media and all that stuff. So it took a while because I put it all out there. That's just me. I'm just a feeling person, and I'm gonna say everything that's on my mind or what I'm thinking and blah blah blah. And he, you know, he did have some problems in the beginning, like, you know, I this is my stuff. This is my, you know, my thoughts. I don't want to tell you everything. So, I mean, I think that's something that develops in time. And I think once you have that trust in the relationship and that trust and time in a relationship, I think it's easier to be more, you know, you don't need as much privacy as you did before. And now I'm not saying you don't need any, but you need some privacy. But now it's like
You don't want to lose yourself.
Right.
You know, you don't want to, you want to
yourself.
keep you don't want to lose yourself.
Yeah,
So
you got to keep some stuff to yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you got to say everything, and you need your private time and your private moments and all that. But you will come to a point that, you know, there's nothing that if I ask you where you going, you know, most likely he's going to tell me where he's going. It's like, hey, I'm about to go, blah, blah, blah. And vice versa. It's not like I'm walking out the door, got my keys, and he looking, and I'm like, what, you about to ask me where I'm going? You know, we ain't got none of that going on, because it's like, I want to tell him. I want to say, hey, I'm going to cut out any confusion.
One thing I hear implied here is, and I haven't heard us address this, nor as producers put it up as a prompt, what about checking in? So every scenario we're talking about is we both at home and, hey, I'm about to run or I'm about to go. What about if it's after work?
Yeah.
Is your spouse, is your mate expected to call you before they go to grab something to eat or go to a restaurant, go to a bar and grill? What about that?
Man, you know
so no one's trying to parent somebody. It shouldn't be like a parent relationship. If someone feels like I have to call my significant other to let them where I'm going, well, that's a problem. I mean, like if it's like I have to, you know, it's like it's something wrong. But if it's just like, if you've been gone all day, don't you want to check in with your person? Be like, hey, what's up? Okay, I'm about to. You want something to eat? I'm about to grab. Yeah, I mean, anytime it's like you feel like you have to, you might want to reevaluate while you're in a relationship in the beginning.
But yeah, and I think it's courtesy. I mean, for one, I think it's a difference between if we're living together and we're not. So if we're living together,
that's even worse.
But no, if you're living together, if I'm expecting you home at a certain time, you know, I think it's courtesy to say, hey, it's courtesy to say, hey, I'm about to hang out.
Look, me.
Serious? That's not, I mean, to me, I think it's, for one, it's safety. It's a lot of, I mean, as a woman.
That shit don't work with me.
I'm calling my husband and saying, hey, I'm about to hang out with so-and-so. I'm going to be a little late. Something happened to me. He knows where I was, at least where I told him, you know, I'm telling him where I was.
It may not be for you, just in what she's saying in general. Can you see like the importance? Maybe for you, that wouldn't work. So you would have to be with somebody that's compatible.
I get what she's saying.
That vibes like that.
So y'all do think checking in is important, because y'all are.
It's a courtesy.
Okay.
It's just like when you live with somebody in a relationship with somebody, like at least you're gonna talk to them like throughout the day. It's just, like, you know, it's not even a courtesy. It's just like what you do when you care about somebody. Like it's not like I have to. It's just like
y'all team check in. That's clear. Y'all team check in.
It's not, but see, it's not but I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to call it. I'm not. I wouldn't call it a check-in. A check-in sounds like a parent, like a job.
It's a check-in.
The worst thing.
There's nothing wrong with
the worst.
I'm team check-in too. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like Like the one thing I
Chicken
don't want to
seems
do.
so like mandated.
Are you team curfew? That's the question.
Nah,
Again, it sounds so mandated.
your man
Like,
have a
first of all,
curfew.
you should be
If you're
hanging
gonna be
out
out of this
all
house
night.
after, if you're gonna be out of this house after 11 o'clock, you
Right.
better call. Matter of fact, you better be home by 11:30.
Anytime the conversation sounds like a parent to a child, it's a problem.
But
I
in
feel
reality,
like-
though, Jay, if we call it a check-in, if we call it a courtesy, it's still the same thing. If we call it, not staying out late, if we call it, if you're gonna be out past a certain time, calling to let your mate know where you're going, it's still the same thing. I still the same thing. Whether you call it a check-in or a courtesy, I still.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But what I'm saying is like, I would have a problem if somebody is always hanging out. Like, we're never together, but this person is always hanging out. Like, heck, ain't about to be no curfew. Like, we're together. I'm not giving you it just, again, curfew,
It's-
check-in.
It's
then
one of
I
those
don't
things.
know.
Like if I live with my woman, I damn for sure don't want to talk to her like on my lunch break or something. Like I gotta talk to you when I get home, and I gotta talk to you throughout the day. Now,
Key,
checking in
Yeah,
to be.
but see, I think that's what love is, though. I think.
Oh, that's
That-
obsession. That's
yeah,
yo.
we would
I
talk.
gotta.
Me and my husband
and I
would talk
live with
at
you.
lunch breaks and all of that stuff. I mean,
When
I'm
there's
not
love
saying it has
involved.
to be. It's not an obligation, but it's a thing that I want to talk to my baby right now. I want
If
to
I'm
see what's
talking
going
to-
on.
If I'm talking to my woman all day, I ain't got no time to talk to my other females. You know what I mean? So
See, that's the problem. See, that's
no,
the
I'm
problem.
joking. But I just feel like that's a bit much though. Like, damn,
But if
I
that's
live-
what you feeling, we're not saying you have to, but if you feeling that, if you want to talk, I mean,
if I'm at work,
You
I don't
just
wanna
need to
check
be
in.
with somebody. But you know what? I bet you if it was somebody who did not expect you to check in with them and have a curfew, you probably be like, well, dang, what's up with her? Because she ain't even tripping. I wonder, or would it be cool? Like, yeah,
I don't abide by curfews. I feel like we're all adults. I'm like,
Yeah,
if you out, if you hanging with your girls and it's like, oh, we out till 4 a.m, and you know what I mean? Cool, because that's not something that you do often. You know what I
right,
mean?
that's
So
what
you
I'm saying.
don't
It's
gotta.
not a
That-
curfew, it's
yeah.
a courtesy. It's like because I know I'm with you, I'm not gonna be hanging out every
It's a
night to
curfew.
3 a.m.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a curfew, but because it's not enforced.
Be in
It's
before
like
the street lights.
it's
Hey,
Why?
it's okay. I
The
think
difference, like once a month, once every 2
Did
weeks,
you
okay.
hang-
But if someone is like, if it's a pattern, like you're always coming in, like
yeah.
Why does it
early
matter
in
though?
the morning,
Why does that
what
matter?
are you doing? What are you doing? Well,
What
again,
about-
I guess if that works for that person, if that works for that
No, no,
couple,
no.
okay. But if it doesn't work,
That's
then
not what I'm asking.
that would be
though.
a problem.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Like coming in at a certain time, why is that offensive to anyone? Like if a person worked midnights and they're going through the middle of the
We're
night,
not
they're
talking
coming.
about that.
No, I'm saying why does it matter when somebody comes in the house? Like why does it feel like a disrespect or is inappropriate? Like why does it
we
matter?
all know after a certain hour, certain things go down. I mean,
What
not
if y'all happy
necessarily-
though?
Not
What if
all
y'all-
the
what if
time,
the
but I'm
trust
just
is
saying
there?
how much you got to do at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, but where's the trust? Where's the how you in a happy relationship if you worried about what I'm doing? I'm loving you. I'm out here in these streets loving.
You not loving me. You
Oh,
out in
Yeah,
the
I
street.
think if it's a loving, healthy relationship, that person 7 days a week, 5 out of 7 wouldn't want to be coming home 4 in the morning.
All
Y'all got too many
so
rules.
They
Oh,
gotta.
It's not real. You gotta find somebody. People gotta find people that are compatible. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the same values, the same expectations. And I think that's what works. In terms
I
of
just-
privacy.
I just
terms
want the type of relationship where I get to do what I want to do and my woman just all about me. You know what I mean? I just want to do what I want to do. It doesn't mean I want to cheat or none of this. It just means I want to, I'm a grown man and you do what you want to do. And we kind of just have a respect level that we do what we want to do together. Ooh, that was cold. Make sure y'all rewind that and throw it up. Let's
That
do
sound
us
cold to you,
together.
but I don't know.
Hey, so they moving us along. So it says, should a significant
Okay.
other expect their mate to delete pictures of their ex? Uh-oh.
All them
Yeah.
damn rules. No, I'm not. I don't have the patience. I'm not
Hey,
going through.
Key, you
But I
don't
said
have
that at the
to.
beginning.
You don't
I
have
said that
to.
at the beginning.
You never post your ex.
You never post pictures, so you're
Right.
fine.
Used to. Look, if y'all go on my Facebook, there's pictures somewhere in there of my exes or something. But I what I don't do, I never take pictures with, like, I never post pictures with like the women that I date. You know what I mean? I never do that. But when I did, I don't have time to be deleting all those pictures. But that goes back to my point. When you break up, look at all the work you got to do. Now you got to cry over your mate and delete pictures. And then everybody that's on social media gonna be asking you what happened. Because there's social media. Y'all opened up Pandora's box, and it's like, damn, now you got to explain yourself to a bunch of people when you just were so happy posting pictures, horsey back riding, and all these magical moments, and now y'all broke up and you
You
deleted
gotta
pictures.
explain nothing to nobody. That's my thing. If they not on here no more, I ain't gotta tell you why I done moved on. I mean,
Even if you never answer, the question's still gonna be there, whether you
Well, yeah.
respond or not. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Yeah.
breakups happen. Breakups happen. You know.
Yeah,
So y'all
that
don't
just
think
hurt.
that pictures of your ex should be, because I'm confused. I want to hear directly on the record. Do you feel that the pictures of your ex should be deleted?
I'm
I
not
feel like
deleting
I'm
shit.
so far removed from this, so it's so hard for me to answer that. I'm so far removed.
This is beyond me. I'm above
beyond
it.
me.
Yeah,
I
you-
was
yeah, you
yeah,
can
I
answer
was on
that.
this whole social
Jay,
media.
what do you say, Jay? Delete or not delete?
Talk your shit, pimp.
Okay.
Because I want them gone. I want the pictures gone. I know. Out of there.
I think that when you meet somebody, if they still, what do I think? I think that if it's moments of their life, like a couple of them, like on social media, like I don't expect you to erase like who you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. More than likely, most people kind of do edits on their social media page, not just for relationships, just in general. You kind of just get rid of certain pictures. So ideally, some of those pictures would already be removed. But if someone has just like hold on, listen. If someone has like goo gobs of pictures of like all these like lovey-dovey pictures, and like I shouldn't have to ask you to take some of them down. I think they would just, wouldn't you just want to automatically kind of take someone down? So I don't have an answer. And that's the thing.
Jay,
I've always,
never-
I never give an
always-
answer.
Right,
I
you
know.
are. Yeah, look, some
That's
viewers
just
even
me.
commented. Some viewers commented, and they was like, "I love the way Jay thinks because she's always neither here or there." And I was like, "No, she just finessing her way to answering the question."
That's just me.
That's the.
I'm
You know what?
serious. I actually have
she's
not rewatched some of the things because I'm such a critic. Like I was like, I don't even want to hear what I had to say on that. So I have no clue
Relationship-
what I'm
A
saying.
relationship with Jay gonna talk you into your feelings and
See
out of
both
them. Like,
sides, but that's her thing. She can see both sides of the equation. She kind of can look
That's
at
just
the
me.
different points
It
of
did-
view, and I get that.
I'll give y'all an honest answer. I think when it comes to deleting pictures, it depends on how long ago it's been. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, you had pictures with your ex from 4 or 5 years ago. I ain't gonna really care. But if you was dating somebody 5 months ago and now I'm in the picture, I'm not gonna ask you, but I probably slide a joke in there like, damn, you still got old boy up? Like I would say something, but
It's an
I'm like, Jay, I
indicator
agree with
of
Jay.
if they've healed, if they've not healed. You know, if like
About healing.
I think
You
it's
think it's
all.
it depends on, I don't know.
I think it just depends on the nature of the relationship too. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's
I don't
you
know.
taking pictures and it was your child's mother or something, I mean, I'm not expecting you to take that down. I mean, now if y'all on there tonguing each other down and whatever,
Yeah.
then it's kind of like, okay, I don't want that up. But in the same breath, it's not on your news feed now. People got to go through your photos and look through all of that stuff to even see.
And that's a red flag, because if a woman doing that, going through all my pictures over the years,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna be a problem because you insecure. You know what I mean?
That's gonna happen. Whether the lady tells you they've done that or not, they're going to go through. They're going to do their Facebook.
I agree,
They're gonna
to bring it up,
every
if you
picture.
bring that up to me,
Right.
yeah, women people
Who
can
is
do that,
she?
but don't bring
She
that to me.
ain't. Mm-mm.
Why didn't you
Yeah.
take me here?
Yeah,
Right.
don't do that.
Oh, you got her flowers. You ain't never did that for
What
me.
was this? Oh, look at this Valentine's Day. No, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
so
we
trivial,
They're
but
never
we live
gonna
in trivial times now.
But you know how all this can be avoided is if you never post them on social media to begin with, which is my case. If I look at all these different rules y'all got to go through just to say I'm in a relationship. You could be in a relationship private as hell, and social media don't gotta know, because I feel
See,
like
you just
social
don't
media.
like rules. You don't like whether it's social media or not. You just don't like
I just feel like I seen more happy relationships, or what appeared to be happy relationships,
appear.
before social media. Because either way, if you're unhappy, you're unhappy. But I much rather, how y'all made the reference, oh, back in the day, you know, somebody can have a whole nother family. They do that now. And it's all over social media because baby mama going live and she blasting somebody, and it's this whole mess. And all we do is comment, share, like, and you know what I mean? And it's bad. So don't
real
post me.
quick,
Scribble
you know,
on my
my
face.
background is mental health. People often have fear in three things, no matter what it is. It's death, the lack of freedom, or abandonment. So,
All of them
Key,
for
I
me.
would think yours is what?
All three. But I got abandonment
Freedom.
issues for sure.
You're,
Yeah.
you don't want your freedom taken away from you.
I'm an Aquarius. I like to do what I want to do. And yeah, that's it. I just want to do what I want to do as a grown man. We get one life. You know what I mean? I want to do what I want to do. It doesn't mean I want to be disrespectful. I want to be in a happy relationship, but I want to do what I want to do.
So you have to find someone that's okay with all of that. That's it.
Yeah, they got as long as they're attractive, you know, somebody attractive that's okay with it. It's a lot of women okay with
That's
it.
too many rules, Key. That's too many
That's
rules
two.
you got.
That's
too.
That's two.
Hey,
Let me
sir.
do what I want to do and be cute. That's it.
They
Oh
move
my
us
gosh.
along. So they say, the producers say the next time is a significant other justify in going through their mate's phone.
Hell yeah.
Justify.
Absolutely.
What?
Yes.
I'm
Here's the thing.
Justified.
No, I'm not. Look, listen, you leave your phone around me, I'm gonna look. I'm looking.
What happened
you know
to
what I mean?
privacy?
What privacy and trust?
I never
You got to
I said,
trust that I love you.
I never
Isn't
said
what
that
you
on me.
said?
Hey, Jay say, trust is a word you seldom hear from us. Hustlers never sleep, we rest one eye up. That's Jay. That's the obese story. Jay-Z
Word.
quote. Go ahead, trust. Go ahead.
Like,
Everything y'all
no,
was just saying.
if you go to the bathroom and you leave your phone, I'm definitely going through it because I want to know what I'm dealing with. I want to know who I'm dealing with, and then I can deal with you and you know accordingly. But yeah,
Okay,
and if you catch me slipping,
but what if that splits?
slipping,
You're okay with
yeah.
somebody doing that to you?
No, lock my phone
that's
up. If I
sneak.
leave my shit open,
See,
lock my shit up.
see.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's the way the cookie
That's
crumbles
sneak.
out
what if
here.
her phone
So
is
there's
locked?
no
Sounds fair.
transparency there.
What if her phone is locked then? Or do you feel some kind of way?
You know what I do if her phone locked? I got my iPad. I put a picture up to it so the Face ID scan, and then I go through it. So
My gosh, Key, you are a mess.
no, I'm joking.
You know
I'm
what?
kidding.
I'm done
No,
with
but
you.
I'm
so done.
going through phones though. If you leave your phone around me, I'm gonna go through it. Now I may not even mention that I went through it, but I'm gonna go through it.
Are you justified in doing that? That was the question.
I
You
am.
think you are?
I am.
Why?
can
What's
do
the
it.
justification for that?
Because I'm about to break it down to you too. Because you know what? As the man, I'm investing my time, effort, energy, finances, and resources into you. I'm doing all of these things for you, reaping the benefits of dating.
No, you're not, because you coming home at 4 a.m. 5 out of 7 days a week. Like I'm saying. You're not checking in. Like I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, so it's like, damn, I'm doing all of these things and I just want to feel secure. You went to the bathroom, boop, let me look in the phone. Okay, I don't see nothing. And I'll put it back and I love you more. But if I go through the phone, boop, oh, who is Tyrone? You know what I mean? Now I ain't feeling you as much because
have any of you heard the song PJ Morton, I Don't Want to Go Through Your Phone?
No, and I never will hear it.
Oh, you have to. It's basically saying, I don't want to go through your phone, and some things are better left unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be living in my daydream, thinking that things are the way they seem. But yeah, I think that in terms of like justified, I think that's a huge word, justified. In the event that someone needs to go through someone's phone, I think there's already a problem.
Have you went through someone's phone before? Because you got to look as if you went through some phones before.
I did a long time ago. Let me tell you. I mean, no, seriously, I don't now, because I don't want to see something that I don't want to see. I believe like I will. A lot of times when you're looking for something, you already know. You don't need evidence. You already know. Like that's where your faith come in. You know, that's where, you know, for me, I pray too hard. Like some stuff just automatically just get out the way. Like if it's not right, it just automatically doesn't come my way. I feel like. It's a funny story though. Like the last time I looked through somebody's phone was when text messages first came out. That's how long ago it was. And I had I'm not lying. I'm not lying. And I had no idea what this was.
That was 20 years
and I was like,
ago.
what are these words? Like what?
Hey, that was
I don't
20
go.
years.
I don't. Do I Facebook stalk or Instagram stalk? Yes. But go through somebody's phone? No.
So what does your Facebook stalk consist of? How does that go?
I mean, maybe, you just kind of like, oh, who's that person? Oh, who's that person? It's kind of like
oh, look at this background. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, it's like a pattern. Like I've done that before more recently, but going through somebody's phone, no, I don't.
Going through
whatever it's supposed to be
phone
will be organically. Like I'm not trying to make anything be.
That's so bad.
I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? If we good, even if we're happy, if you get caught slipping, I'm looking. It is what it is. I'm checking it out.
I get it. I understand. I just personally don't.
Slipping.
I get it.
Damn, you got caught slipping. I feel like it's one of those things. If you find $100,000 on the ground, I'm not going to the police and turn it in. You know what I'm? Oh shit! I just found $100. I'm not. So it's one of those things. Oh damn. You left your phone.
It's a difference between finding 100,000 or purposely going in and grabbing $100,000.
Keith said, if I find $100,000, I'm like, oh hey, I just found $100. He just put the 2 on the 10. He didn't took that 100,000, stashed that at night. He said, look, I just found 100. Look,
that's it. Yes, I just feel like relationships. There's always got to be leverage in there. Whoever holds the most leverage is the happiest in the relationship.
Seems so complicated.
That is
it's the truth.
Complicated.
Now
it sounds like a business deal, and that may work. That works for some people.
Hey, let's let our viewers, our listeners decide though, because I think this is a good way to continue this conversation. So, whatever platform on which you're watching this, if it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, if it's the podcast app, let us know what you think about today's topic. As you all can see, we had some juicy conversation, some very thought-provoking conversation, and we want to hear from you. At The Raw Convo, Raw Conversation is where you can find us, at The Raw Convo on all platforms. So our last segment is Before We Go. Who can wrap this up? Who can sum this up for us? We all get a chance to, but who want to go first? Before we go, what we got?
I got a question though. Jay, I know you say you do, you a psychologist. I'm gonna give you my no dead ass. I'm gonna give you my insurance card. You know what I mean? I need to come sit on your couch because I feel like
I would give you a referral. I'll give you a referral. Too close. Like I don't counsel anybody that I know. I'll give you a referral though.
Health. What I need my mental health.
Wow. You got Key reaching out for help.
Right.
No. No.
She'll find him some good help, is what she's saying.
Wow.
I'll give you a referral.
Before we go, oh God, don't be with nobody you don't trust. It's too much. I mean, if you're gonna be with somebody, you need to trust them, and if you don't trust them, then you don't need to be with them. Just that simple.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
I have a similar perspective. I do think that there's my main takeaway is that there's a difference between privacy and secrecy. I think that privacy in a relationship is very important, but I think that secrecy can end a relationship. So you got to be very careful of how you define privacy and how you define secrecy.
You got to be very careful on how you define trust too, though, because everybody thinks trust is equated to infidelity. And I don't look at it like that. So when you're saying you don't be with somebody you don't trust, I may not trust you in a certain aspect. I may trust you with my life. trust you with my finances, but I don't trust you with these niggas out here. You know what I mean? But I trust you with, so before I walk away, I'm gonna look at all of the benefits and the value that you bring, and then I'm gonna walk away if it's not matching up to me, if it's no longer beneficial. So trust isn't just about fidelity. It's a magnitude of things. Cause
I agree.
I got some women in my life, and I'm like, I don't trust you like this, but I trust you in this way, and my ex, she's a prime example of that. Like, I trust her in a lot of different categories, and in other categories I don't. So it is what it is.
I think no drama, as less drama as possible,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my take. That's just my way of life and everything. So it kind of just, there's no drama.
I feel you on that. I don't
want.
want, but I just feel like them women gonna bring drama. I don't care who it is. I like, unless you
Not
married.
always, not all women. Like,
I'm gonna spare
it
the
depends
married
on
women. I'm gonna spare Leah.
who you're dealing with.
Leah probably
But-
brings no drama. You know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, women knock is me drama. You know what I
Key.
mean? So
It's your past experience.
Hey,
Like, you got a lot
Okay,
going on.
y'all, we could go on
I
for
think-
days
yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
We gotta
Okay.
cut it
I
off
think
now.
Bye.
Hey, I think that's what we. Hey, great conversation today, guys. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot. Hopefully, our listeners, our viewers, our subscribers learned a lot as well. Y'all know where to find us. Thank y'all for checking in. Keep hitting that like, keep hitting that subscribe, keep dropping comments to let us know what you think of our conversation. All right, we'll see y'all next time.
You have just experienced a Dripping in Black production.